Hey everybody, Levi here. Welcome to today's video. In this one, we're going to dive into AI and SEO and how you can use AI for your SEO, what to do, what not to do, and really just get into the basics of this. I think ChatGPT is probably the most common question I get asked from my clients. They're always wondering, Levi, can I use ChatGPT? Will this make your job easier? Can I do my own SEO with it? And the answer, like a lot of things, is maybe. There's definitely a lot of really great use cases and also a lot of definite no-nos when it comes to using AI for SEO. So I thought I'd just make a really quick guide here and highlight a few ways that SEO can help. These are things I might use myself or that you could use yourself if you're wanting to just do a little bit of SEO on your own. And then also highlight a few of the things you really shouldn't do here at the bottom. So what I'm going to do here, I've got this doc, I've got that, and then I'll also open up ChatGPT. I've got a pro account, so we'll use that, and I'll actually demonstrate how to use some of these things, and I'll have a bit of fun with the negatives, and I'll show you exactly what you shouldn't be doing. So with no further ado, let's get into it. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as well. Really helps the channel grow. So anyways, first, positive use case for ChatGPT is crafting click-worthy titles. ChatGPT can really help generate attention-grabbing titles that align with your SEO goals. You can input a title, and it will give you optimized options for better click-through rates. For example, you can ask for titles that match different search intent or even replicate the style of popular content creators like Mr. Beast. That would be more on the YouTube end, but more on the on the actual search engine results as well. You could put in a couple of your competitors who have really great blogs and look for titles that will really match that. So definitely a really good one. And if you have a blog or even if you have a service-based landing page, you can even just copy all of the text in or just submit the link right into ChatGPT and say, hey, I'm writing a blog. What's a good title? What's an attention-grabbing title? Here's a couple of references, and it'll spit out 5 titles, and you can try one, or you could A/B test them and try it for you. So that's definitely the first one, the easiest thing anyone can do themselves. Next thing with content creation. This is definitely a touchy one. Google's always been a little bit vague with their thoughts on AI-generated content, but for sure, a really safe route and really a good recommendation I'd make to anyone is using it to outline blog content. ChatGPT can quickly generate outlines to speed up your content creation. It allows users like you to refine and even add personal insights. So it's not meant to replace the creativity, but rather to jumpstart your ideas. So for example, if you have a business and you want to write a blog talking about something, you can give ChatGPT a topic and it'll give you a bit of an outline. So I figured this would be a good time to actually get into ChatGPT and show you how you can do this. So I'd usually start off. So let's say you've got a plumbing business. We always like to use the local service businesses as an example. So use plumbing. I have a. So in this example, let's say you focus on drain cleaning. That's one of your main services. And let's say you don't even know your client, your topic. So you can ask for some topics, and then I always like to say, make sure to include SEO optimization, and that way it'll kind of show you the target keywords. It'll show you target. So we'll see what it comes out with. It's always a little bit of fun to see what it gets. So you have to give it a little bit of feedback. So let's just kind of go through these first ideas. The importance of regular drain cleaning, prevent clogs and plumbing disasters. So this targets drain cleaning, plumbing company, professional drain cleaning, prevent clogs, emergency plumbing services. These are all pretty good keywords. These are all bottom of funnel words that I know my plumbing clients actually target a lot of these words. So this is pretty good. And this blog can highlight why drain maintenance is essential and how it prevents costly plumbing issues down the line. This is honestly all around a really great title and good target keywords. And this is one I would probably move forward on. Next, DIY versus professional drain cleaning, what you need to know. Generally, when it comes to local service businesses, I don't like to go too far down the road of the DIY posts. End of the day, if you run a local service business, you want people coming to your site who are ready to buy, they're holding your credit card, holding your phone, ready to transact. These DIY words are less. You're going to attract folks with less money and less intent. Let's skip that. Besides, you need drain cleaning, don't wait until it's too late. Right away, I can tell this is a good one. This just is kind of communicating to people they need your service. Here, target keywords, great target keywords. and educate readers on common warning signs. This is another great blog post. How to choose the best dry cleaning service in your city. These are good, honestly, really good way to rank for these like top service in location. So for example, top drain cleaners in Vancouver or whatever. So I think this is a good one. You get really good target keywords. The guides are usually a little fluffy. I know if you guys have written blogs yourself, it's not always the best. And we've got a bunch for here. So we'll just, let's just do this third one here, kind of like that. And then what you do is, can you outlines for that post? So here we go. So it's going to spin up a blog post, or pardon me, we've got the blog title, we've got the keywords, and here we have a bit of an outline, and it's generating this right now. This is just such a great way for really everyone. I know my clients, different business owners, they have a hard time making content. They're busy, they're taking care of their clients, they're managing their business, they're working in their business, they're having a hard time working on their business. Blogs are the last thing they want to do. We've been working on this for 2 minutes now. You've got a well laid out blog with a whole bunch, or a blog outline, and then you can take this 15 extra minutes and you've got your whole blog. So there you go. Outlining blog content. This is a massive win and really a no-brainer for anyone to be doing. Next, generating meta descriptions. I just need to make sure you can see this over the video. Generating meta descriptions. We've talked about meta title and description tags before. If you haven't, check out the video on that. One of the most efficient uses of any AI tool is generating optimized meta descriptions. And you can use it to quickly generate descriptions that meet the character limits and improve click-through rates. So, as an example, we don't even need to do an example because we'll just do it live. So we've all used Yoast SEO if you're using WordPress. If you use Squarespace or Wix, they have the SEO tool in there. Anytime you put a blog or service page up, always make sure you fill in all those meta titles. So what you're going to do here, so you're making a blog. With this one, we've got the outline. So what we're going to do is, can you write meta title and description? My ChatGPT is pretty tuned in with character limits and all that stuff. But when you're copying and pasting these into Yoast, or if you're editing them a little bit, just make sure you stick with the character limits. They're really cut and dry there. So here's our meta title, here's our meta description. Perfect. So you've got your meta title, meta description done. It took you 10 seconds instead of 2 to 10 minutes, depending how creative you are. Cool. Okay, let's get back into full screen here. I don't think we'll be in ChatGPT for a few more minutes. Proofreading and improved clarity. AI tools can proofread all your content to make it clear and more concise. It can improve your readability by refining sentences, which is so crucial for good SEO. I'd highly recommend everyone use it to proofread their content, and even ask it, what are some ways I can word this more clearly? What are some ways I can be concise? And ultimately just create something that's going to be a better user experience for all of your site visitors, which, as we know, is so informative, or so helpful for good SEO. Next thing here, I'm not going to bother plugging in a blog to ChatGPT because at this point you've seen a few examples. You can do that yourselves, but that's a good one to try on your own. Next one here, optimizing for featured snippets. So any AI tool, including ChatGPT, can assist in rewriting content to optimize for different snippets. By reformatting answers, you can increase, or how to explain this? Google basically will increase the likelihood of ranking for snippets. So a good example of that would be rewriting answers to questions in your text. So I should have changed this example before I was writing this, and I realized this was a bad one. We'll go back to the plumbing example. Say you're talking about what's the difference between a boiler and a furnace. That'd be something people would type in. You can make that a question on your blog, so that when people are Googling things about boilers, there will be those frequently asked questions. When they hit the dropdown, it'll be your site. So always ask ChatGPT to rewrite content to optimize for featured snippets, and it'll incorporate that in the content, or rather you can copy that into the content, and it's going to give you an easier time answering on those frequently asked questions in Google, which is such an underrated way to get visibility on page 1 of Google, especially for people just starting with SEO who don't have that authority and relevance to get on page 1. Rounding up the list here, writing code for SEO, so the schema markup, not market, thinking about shopping, and things like that. So ChatGPT is really effective for generating code snippets like the schema markup you need to put on your site's backend, and it makes a lot of those technical SEO tasks a lot faster. So For this one, you just have to have a little bit of background of using WordPress on how you can upload schema markup into your site's backend. But if you do, you can definitely use an AI tool to help draft that up a little bit quicker, and it cuts down on the time on a task like that, probably in half. And it's really a huge win for folks who want to do that themselves. Automating link building, this is the very last one. It can run a lot of code for automating some of those manual, really time-draining tasks that are involved in link building. I know I've chatted about link building a lot. It's really one of the most important parts of SEO. And honestly, it's the part where any DIY SEO company, or rather any companies doing the SEO themselves, the owners doing it, their assistants doing it, they'll get all these first 6 things. They're going to be figuring this out with or without SEO, with or without AI. But the links, that's usually where you hit a wall. And that's kind of the differentiator between people who have words on page 2 and those on page 1. And the guys on page 1 are doing links. So if you can figure this out, you're going to be in great shape for getting professional SEO results that a team like mine would get you out on your own if you're willing to do the work. So the big thing with SEO is outreach. You're reaching out to different, or a big part of backlinking, is outreach. Reaching out to different blogs and sites, trying to get content. And you can use ChatGPT to create a code to retrieve all the author emails from a list of URLs you give it. So if you get a list of URLs, different blog pages that accept guest posts, you can upload that and get all the author emails at once, and then you can reach out to them and then plug that into your setting software. So that's a huge win and something I would highly recommend you do if you are trying to do links yourself. So yeah, that's the positive ones. Hopefully you guys found it useful. If you don't watch any part of the video, watch that so you emulate that. If you want to stick around for the negative use cases, a little bit of fun, just a few quick things here that definitely make sure you don't do, and unfortunately are things a lot of people would start to do. The first of those is AI-driven keyword research. So ChatGPT lacks the real-time data and can't access keyword research tools, which means they have ineffective keyword suggestions. It can't look at search demand, it can't look at competition, and ultimately the keyword list it's going to spit out is irrelevant. So when you're doing keyword research, I know we talked about this in the last video, you can go onto Google Search Trends, or even better, Google Keyword Planner if you have an ads account, and you can plug in some keyword ideas. So I think actually in last video we talked about plumbers as well. So let's say you live in a city, you're gonna have, let's say Vancouver, you have plumbers Vancouver, plumbers near me, emergency plumbers Vancouver, and best lighting companies in Vancouver. Those would be a couple ideas you might have. If you tell ChatGPT, hey, here's a few words, give me a few more, they're just gonna spit out a bunch of more somewhat similar words. But when you go into Google Search Trends, you see which words are typed in 100 times, 1,000 times, or 5,000 times a month. You need to look at that data to pick good keywords. If you go on ChatGPT, it doesn't actually have that data. So as a result, it's not going to have relevant volumes and your words aren't going to be that great. So while it can be a good starting point, you need to make your way over to Google Keyword Planner to pick good words. Next thing here, long-form content generation. So ChatGPT can totally produce long-form content. In fact, we'll show you how it works, but it often lacks the depth and a lot of the expertise required to create really unique and authoritative content. What happens as a result is really boilerplate and indistinct, and it fails to meet really high SEO standards. End of the day, their long-form articles are really generic and lack engagement, and kind of makes them inefficient for SEO needs. So let's look at that here. So here we have a blog post. So we've been working on this plumber blog post. Obviously, if you have another kind of business, you can use whatever you want. Write a 1,500 word blog post. So let's see what it spits out. You'll see pretty quick. It sounds good. It's good English, but if you're a plumber, you're going to read this and you're going to think, hey, this isn't bad, but there's just no meat on the bone. It's kind of words for words. I feel like when I'm reading a ChatGPT 1,500 word blog post, it kind of feels like you're back in high school and you're writing one of your standardized English exams or whatever. You've got to hit the word count and you're just kind of talking about stuff. So it's not all bad, but it's not all great. And end of the day, nothing beats, a niche expert talking about what they know the best about. So that's a plumber ready to go plumbing. If you had a plumber talking about this, they're going to have so much more insight that ChatGPT wouldn't at this point. So I would really encourage you guys, use it for the titles, use it for the outlines, use it for the meta tags. But what happens is you just get these long blog posts and, we can kind of read along here. it's just talking about, a whole bunch of stuff. Call to action. If you notice your sink or shower dressing, don't wait to see if it'll fix it yourself. Contact a professional drain cleaner. Acting early can save you. It's just really generic stuff. And then we're going to go to the next one. And, basically it's the exact same thing. Professional help instead of call to action. It's just very, cut and dry content. Here, professional insight. To solve the issue once and for all, you'll need the help of a professional plumber. It's kind of like they took a few really good points, and then now we're just hearing the same thing. So that call to action, and here, immediate action required. If you experience water backing in the drain, don't wait to call a plumber. This is a plumbing emergency. Okay, so that's wrong, because an emergency plumber are the same thing, provided they provide that service. A professional plumber can clear the blockage. So you can just kind of see it. It's very above the shoulder, boring content. And I'd stay away from it. Last thing here to stay away from is search intent classification. So ChatGPT struggles with search intent classification because it lacks access to live search data. So that's Google Keyword Planner, stuff like that. As a result, it often misclassifies queries, especially for more complicated or nuanced searches. So, you're going to have, I use the term top of the funnel, bottom of the funnel thing. So DIY drain cleaning fix is the top of the funnel thing. Drain cleaner near me is very bottom of the funnel. Another way to put it is the intent. That's very, very intense. So these top ones, those are aware. That's the intent level is more of an awareness. Where the bottom of one, that's like an action intent word. ChatGPT isn't going to be able to differentiate that, and we even saw that when it was finding topics for blogs to target keywords. This one had these were great target keywords. These were target keywords that really anyone would be happy to rank for. Maybe not for my blog, but here a lot of these are not great. DIY drain cleaning, that's a terrible keyword. And ChatGPT isn't able to differentiate between these relevant bottom of funnel search terms and these top of funnel awareness terms. And if your SEO strategy is dependent on keywords that ChatGPT is spitting out, probably not going to go too well. So anyways, that's the video. Again, just a quick one today for you guys. Hope you found this useful. Let me know how you're using ChatGPT down in the comments. If you found it useful, if you're ranking for keywords on that. If you have any more questions, let me know. So happy to answer those in the comments. Otherwise, hope everyone has a good day. Thanks for sticking around, and make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already.